Are you thinking about selling your home in the Philadelphia suburbs in 2025? If you don't have the right strategy, you could be leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Peter Stefanatos with Compass. I'm a real estate agent on the main line and surrounding Philly areas. The Philly suburbs, from Lower Merion to Westchester, from Media to Bluebell and Newtown Square, are some of the most competitive real estate markets you'll find, and especially in PA, with the main line being the most competitive, at least within the state. But here's the problem. Most sellers focus on the obvious stuff and miss the handful of decisions that actually control the final sale price. In this video, I'm going to show you what you need to know before you list, including the biggest mistakes suburban sellers make, how private market listings can help you sell for more, and the updates that actually increase your home's value, and the marketing strategies that attract high-paying buyers. Let's make sure you sell smart and for top dollar. Okay, so first you need to understand the private market, because this alone can change your entire outcome here by tens of thousands of dollars and even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on your property. Most sellers assume every home has to go straight onto the MLS and get blasted out publicly, but many high-end homes across the Philadelphia suburbs actually sell privately first. That's what's called the private market. It's a controlled invitation-only launch where qualified buyers get access from brokers before the home hits Zillow or Redfin. Here's why it works so well in our area. One is less competition. Your home isn't sitting next to 20 similar listings the buyers can tour in one afternoon. It seems special. Private market listing. Two, it attracts serious buyers only. Pre-qualified, motivated buyers often pay much more for homes, especially if they are privately listed, as it seems like a bit more of a luxury listing. And invitation only. Private buyers often typically move more quickly with fewer unnecessary contingencies because the home is seen as an invitation-only situation where they're lucky to get a chance to even see the home. Here's a real scenario that actually happened with my listing that I listed on the private market not too long ago. I launched it first on the private market, and we invited other brokerages to invite their buyers. The right buyers saw it first, and multiple offers came in immediately. Because those buyers were early, that seller can secure a strong number before the home ever even hits the public market and gains a single day on market. If you're wondering whether your home qualifies for a private market launch, that's something I can evaluate quickly based on your location, price point, and buyer demand for that specific spec house in your area, and also exactly what you're trying to achieve, what your timeline looks like. Now let's talk about the biggest pricing mistakes sellers make, because this is where people lose lots of money without realizing it. A lot of sellers think pricing higher gives them room to negotiate, but in reality, overpricing usually costs you more money. An overpriced home sits longer, gets fewer showings, and once buyers sense hesitation in the market regarding your property, the offers get worse and worse, not better. Then the seller reduces the price, sometimes multiple times, and the home ends up selling for much less than it would have if you just positioned it properly from day one. A strategy I like to deploy is we go on the private market at your aspirational price, get some feedback from a small percentage of the market, and then either we sell it privately at that aspirational price or slightly below. We see what offers come in. If it doesn't, then we go publicly at a more appropriate price, try to get lots of demand in the door, try to squeeze that demand and cause a bidding war. The best way to price for maximum profit is to analyze what actually sold recently, not just what's currently listed, okay? And then factor in current demand in your specific neighborhood, because the market in Media can behave much differently than the market in Bluebell, and Westchester will behave differently from Lower Merion. From there, you choose a strategic price point that triggers urgency, okay? If you're going at public. In many situations, pricing slightly below market value can create a frenzy of offers that pushes the final sale price much higher than your original asking price, with no contingencies, no inspections. That is our main strategy when going public. When you go private, test your aspirational price. Let's see if we can get top dollar. But when you're on the public market, price properly. Now let's talk about home improvements that actually pay off, okay? If you want top dollar, you don't need to spend a fortune remodeling right before you sell. What matters most are the improvements that change the way buyers feel when they walk in your house. Fresh, neutral paint is one of the highest impact upgrades because it makes the home feel clean, bright, and move-in ready. Updated light fixtures and hardware instantly modernize the look without a major renovation cost. Refinishing hardwood floors are huge within the Philly suburbs because many buyers look for that original hardwood, so if you have it, keep it. Just maybe refresh it a little bit. Curb appeal also matters a lot more than you think. The exterior of a home sets the tone for your home even before they step in the door and will make them pay a little bit more. What should you avoid right before selling? Most major kitchen or bathroom remodels, room additions, and highly customized design choices, those are expensive, slow, and often don't return what you put in because buyers don't pay you dollar for dollar for your taste. Now let's move into marketing, because in 2026, marketing is not optional. It is the difference between a nice house and an I need this house situation for a buyer. Most buyers start online. That means your photos, your videos, and your presentation control whether buyers book a showing or just keep scrolling. Professional photography is an absolute must, just like our photography team. They're absolutely great. A high quality video tour or virtual tour increases engagement and helps buyers feel emotionally connected before they even step inside. Targeted social media ads also perform well on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. They let us put your home in front of high income buyers who are actually searching in your price range, including buyers relocating into the suburbs. And we can also do this when your home is privately listed, to try to get even more demand and squeeze. That's what I did for one of our last private deals, where we sold for much higher than asking, private market, and it was an absolutely great situation for my clients. I've seen many situations where a home wasn't getting the attention it deserved, and the fix wasn't changing the house, it was changing the presentation. Better photos, a stronger video, and smart targeting can shift the entire response and create offer momentum quickly. Now, a question I get all the time is whether you need an open house to sell your home. Open houses can definitely be effective, but only when they match your strategy. They work best in high demand neighborhoods like Media, Westchester, Lower Merion, especially when weekend foot traffic is strong and buyers are actively touring. They also work well when a home is features that truly shine in person, and the home may show better than it does online. But there are times you should skip an open house. If you prefer privacy, if your price point is above, I would say, the $3.5, even $3 million range, I don't like to do open houses for my listings that are over $3 million, and I wouldn't recommend them as well, because most people walking in the door are most likely wasting your time. Like I said, there definitely are times you just skip an open house. If you prefer the privacy, if you don't want unqualified buyers walking through your home, or if you're selling off market to a select group of buyers, a traditional open house is not going to help you and probably make you pretty angry. A strategy I often use instead is an exclusive VIP showing on the private market. It feels more like a private event than a normal regular open house, and it attracts serious buyers who are ready to move with their brokers. And those brokers also market it to other people that they know, and basically everyone who's learning about it is serious. So let's also talk about neighborhood strategy, because each Philly suburb has a completely different buyer profile, and the best marketing highlights what that buyer cares about most. For example, in Lower Merion, buyers usually care about strong schools, classic mainline lifestyle. They're raising a family. A lot of them like cul-de-sacs, safe environments for their kids to play outside. They want some yard space with access to the city. Your marketing should emphasize school districts, commute options, nearby amenities, and how hosting would feel, what it's like to raise a family here. In media, buyers want a true walkable downtown feel. Highlight State Street, restaurants, local events, and convenience. In Westchester, you often get buyers drawn to the mix of historic charm, new construction options, especially the new ones for downsizers that have been going up recently, and a vibrant downtown. Community events and lifestyles sell homes there. In Bluebell, buyers tend to value privacy, lot size, and space, marketing outdoor living, home office potential, and feeling of separation while still being close to everything does well. And in Newtown Square, buyers often want luxury, newer construction, highlight private lots, community lifestyle, golf access if relevant, and convenience to the city, and like they'll preserve the downtown, how it's just fantastic with many restaurants literally right outside of your door. This is why a one-size-fits-all marketing plan doesn't work for all properties. The best plan is built around the neighborhood and the buyer that you are targeting. So make sure you're working with a local agent like myself, who's grew up in the Philly suburbs. Me and my team, we've done over 400 transactions in the Philly suburbs. So if you're thinking about selling, I highly recommend you start with the private market, listing your home at your aspirational home price, and let's see what happens, right? Then we can go to the public market at a more appropriate price to try to squeeze demand and get a bidding war. Price strategically to create demand in multiple offers if you're going public, and invest in high-end marketing with professional photos, videos, and targeted advertising, which we offer for free when we list your home, and make small updates that create big impact, like paint, lighting, floors, curb appeal, and deep cleaning, and even staging if you're moving furniture out into your next home. Selling your Philly suburbs home without knowing these strategies can cost you, no, let me rephrase, will cost you tens of thousands of dollars, and depending on the price point, hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you want a custom game plan for your home in your neighborhood, reach out to me directly. I'll have my information on the screen. I'll have my email, phone number, and also below we'll have a little form link where you can click. Just give us some basic information and we'll map out the best best strategies for your property and your exact timeline. And for more Philadelphia suburb real estate insights, like, comment, subscribe. On the screen, I also have a couple of my past deals where I either represented the buyer or the seller. Thank you guys so much. This has been Peter Stefanatos with Compass on the main line. Have a blessed 2026, everybody. Peace.